All right, we're here with the CVA booth with my boy Tony here. We're going over some great new firearms that they came out with for 2026. Tony, what do we got?
You may have to be here for a while. I'm just going to say there's a whole lot of stuff going on here in the CVA booth, and thank you guys here for joining us. So if you have followed along the CVA brand, you know since 1971 we've been a muzzleloader manufacturer.
Sure.
But about 6 or 7 years ago we introduced our first intro into bolt-action centerfire market. There's been one thing that we've not touched base with until right here, right now, at the start of the week, and that's the CVA Cascade rimfires. Rimfire obviously is very popular this day and time because very inexpensive to shoot, it's very fun to play with, and with suppressors they're really even more fun today. So we brung 3 new rimfires into the market. These are, at this point in time, all 22 long rifle, 3 different versions. Of course, you got the mid one right there with the green and black speckle stock, Cerakoted barrel that's fluted, also threaded on the end. We got this guy here. This here is our entry level into it with the gray stock. Both this one and the mid grade also have length of pull adjustable spacers back here on the back, so you can change length of pull. This here, like I said, is kind of in the $3.99 price point, and basically they go up in $50 increments. So this here will be $50 more, and then my favorite at the very top is this classic wood version. Very cool.
Always loved the wood stock.
Always loved the wood stock. It's just something cool and traditional about a wood stock.
Nice grip, comfortable.
Yep. I love the palm swell on it. So I think it you know, even for, it kind of looks, I will say, a little petite, but due to the design of the stock, obviously fits a young person and also full-grown individual like me and you.
Yep.
Here's a new cool feature too on the bottom that I really like. So everybody is very familiar with the Ruger 1022s of the world, the rotary magazine. So we wanted to make sure that we designed this here to be a 10-round rotary mag. So if you've ever had a 1022 in your life, you wanted to send a bunch of rounds down range, you got a banana clip. So we want to make sure that this gun here was compatible with accessories you guys already have. So the rotary 10-round magazine. So this here is the first jump into the Cascade Rimfire series, and so far it has been amazing for us.
And there's just something about the checkering on a wood stock that you're not going to get on a synthetic.
Yes, yeah. Even though it's the same rifle, the barrel action is basically the same at the end of the day. This gun here feels totally different than the synthetic version.
I'm a traditionalist. What can I say?
I'm with you, sir. I'm with you. Let me put this guy back in here.
All right.
And of course, on the top of these, you see these here have optics already on, but obviously this here is for the show, but they will come with your scope bases here. So all you'll need to get after you purchase the gun, obviously, it's your glass and then your ring of choice. So well, let's work on down the line. We've got a whole lot to talk about. So on our muzzleloading side of things, we've had the Optima in our lineup for quite a long time. This Optima version was new last year, but we got Optimus this time XP and then the XP SB. So 26-inch barrel, 18-inch barrel, totally different looking than anything we've ever done before.
A little more progressive look, tactical.
Yep, sure enough, a little more progressive look. Cool features is obviously you can adjust the cheek piece here to have your proper cheek weld. Length of pull adjustability on this thing is the most we've ever had. This is an 11.5-inch to 15-inch length of pull adjustability. So this will fit anybody in your family for sure. Another cool thing is, you know, if you follow along with some of the trends, you know that saddle hunting is becoming a thing.
Yeah, it is.
And we built this gun here, the SB version with the 18-inch barrel, basically for that kind of setup, or close quarters if you're in a bind or whatever like that.
Yep.
But we have one QD mount here so that you can have a sling that will connect into the QD right there.
Oh, perfect.
And they will hang on your chest like here so that you have your hands free to work your
kind of like the AR platform.
Yep, sure enough. So super cool stuff right there. Here's a new feature on this gun that I do want to highlight. And if you follow along with the CVA brand and all of our break open guns, we've had what we call a palm saber on the end of our ram mod. This year's been around for quite a long time. Really love it. But one thing, if you are really deep diving into muzzleloading, when you push your projectile down the barrel, your bullet is spinning with the grooves and lands of the riflings. Well, this year we created a ball bearing palm saber ramrod, so it's spinning. So when you're pushing that bullet down, the tip of this ramrod is not scoring the face of the bullet.
Nice.
I know you think, oh, well, that's extra, but you know, to make these guns shoot good at long distances, we got to go to the macros and put
It's
a
the
ball.
attention to detail that really makes a difference at the end of the day.
100%, sir. 100%. Well, that right there is new for the Optima line this time, and let's work our way on down.
Well, I am going to be needing a muzzleloader for this coming season,
Okay.
so I'm gonna follow your advice on which one.
Well, I tell you, I really love this here for the adjustability, and of course, one thing to call out too. Obviously, it's all black, and at a quick glance, you think maybe the barrel is just a blue version, but this is nitride, so it's basically impervious to any kind of inclement weather we'd be hunting in as a muzzleloader hunter user, and also impervious to corrosion inside. So the inside of the barrel is nitride, just like the outside. So powder won't have corrosion, or inclement weather will not give you any problem as well.
Excellent.
Yeah, so
Excellent.
Super cool there. And then we also set that up here in the Scout platform so that we utilize that same buttstock design that we did here on this new Optima in our Scout. The single shot stuff for the Midwestern states where that you have straight wall capabilities, 350 Legends, 400 Legends, so on and so forth. There's a pile of them coming out now. But this Scout has been a really popular platform for us, so we wanted to make it obviously a bit more progressive too. So kind of follow along with this Scout side.
Nice, short, easy to handle.
Very neat stuff. Yes, very neat stuff. And we've had the Scout out for a while, but this here, this old school duck camo, really cool kind of retro look.
I like it.
Yeah, super cool stuff. So we went ahead and put that in the lineup this year. So that's kind of new for the Optima here, the Scout here, and last but not least, we'll work our way over here. If you guys are turkey hunters, you've been following, we had a Scout 410 for the last several years.
Yep.
Super amazing turkey gun with the availability of the TSS or tungsten super steel shells that are out on the market. But most turkey hunters have been turkey hunting for a long time. They've been using a 12 gauge, and it's hard to talk a man that's been shooting a 12 gauge to go down to a 410, even though the 410 is an adult gun and is a nasty son of a gun out to 50 or 60 yards.
You don't need a 12 for turkey.
Nope, not anymore. But there is a gap between 12 and 410, so it's a mental thing for some folks. So we interviewed here the last several years, interviewing professional skeet shooters, trap shooters, and kind of full-time upland bird guys.
Yep.
And they said the number one gauge that they prefer is 28. So new for this year in our Scout Spur series is a 28 gauge turkey gun.
Single shot, nice and easy.
Yep, comes factory installed with a Picatinny rail on top. Has the cheek pieces back here that are adjustable. So if you run a scope or if you run a red dot, this here is adjustable for you to have a great cheek weld. Then if you follow the barrel out to the front here, you see this choke tube on the end. This is not just a generic choke tube. We worked hand in hand with a company called TrueLock to build this custom choke tube specific for this gun, specifically to shoot TSS. That way you guys, the end consumer, don't have to go spend a bunch of money buying a bunch of choke tubes and doing testing. We tested on the front end so you guys don't have to. So a lot of cool features here. Custom choke tube, Picatinny rail, 28 gauge with adjustable cheek piece, and on the back, adjust the length of pull. So if you want to play with it one day and you want your daughter to play with it next, there you go.
Change it.
Yep.
And it's very light, great balance, easy to shoot.
Yeah, so a lot of new stuff here for CVA for 2026. And of course, we're kind of coming to the last day here of the show. This week has been amazing for us, and I'm so glad you guys stopped by here on Friday while I was a little bit quieter, and we could go through the entire amazing lineup.
I know you're giving away some of those guns, so you don't have to take them all home, so I'll be taking that muzzleloader with me.
Circle back at the end of the day.
Thanks again, Tony.
Hey,
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. You guys take care.